is my first try at a YouTube video. It'll be about how to disassemble a Dell computer monitor if you want to get the coils and things for use in making the Bedini motor. First tool you need is a screwdriver to remove the screws that hold the magnifier case on. There's two of them. And since I've taken apart quite a number of these monitors, I know there's a couple of places here in the back where the plastic needs to be broken out so we can get at the motherboard later. So to use that, what I do is I just take a great big screwdriver and break this tab off in the garbage can, break this tab off, put that in the garbage can, push in here and break out this grill work here, put that tab where it can come free, put this tab here where it can come free as well. That'll make things a lot easier when I start going after the motherboard. That gets the case going. Lots of times you can just whack on the front of the case here and it'll come open, but with these Dells, you're better off coming in here with a screwdriver, and then the case comes off. Now comes the most dangerous part of the whole thing. I've got a tool I made here that's a wire that I clamp to a ground, and a screwdriver that I can fish up underneath here to discharge and take care of any high voltage that might be. And that's got to get that fixed, got to get that done. That's very, very important. Otherwise, you might kill yourself. Then comes getting the screws off. And after the DeGaussing coil, which is attached to this front shield here, and I'm also after a little coil around the yoke. Plus, I want the yoke because it has a couple of big ferrite things that I can crush up for putting in the little coils. And inside the yoke are 4 coils that are glued up pretty strongly, but which are recyclable, which helps to pay for the gas to go get these monitors. A good pair of wire cutters is also essential. Over here in my recycle bin. Alright, now this part right here is attached to the motherboard and attached to the tube. So you very carefully want to cut the stuff that's attached to it if you can. If things will come off easily, that makes a good sense. There's one that will just come off. Okay, the high tension wire is attached to the tube, so I'll do that over there. Get that back here. Now, make sure nothing's attached to that tube end out here. Some tubes have a clamp that clamps this unit to the top of the tube, on the top of the tube, so you have to look for that. This one does not, so it just comes off, and I missed the wire. So now that top of the tube's done. Okay, now we're going to work on getting the motherboard free. There's a wire, black and white wire that come off here that go to the coils that we want. And now we've got to get the motherboard free from the yoke. There's some wires at the back of the yoke that need to be cut. And then there that go to that little coil. That then gets the motherboard pretty much free. Now, let's get that motherboard out. The motherboard is held in here so on a plastic thing. There's 2 little nibbins down here that you have to pry back and then kick up. And to do that, the motherboard will come free. You've got 1 little wire holding it. Give that a cut. Motherboard's free. Okay, now, since I removed all the screws earlier, whoops, I didn't. I missed a couple. little shield here that in this monitor has the DeGaussing coil, and it comes off. Take off this grounding wire, put these leads. All this wire can be recycled. If you get enough monitors, you might actually get some money out of it. This little coil right here, underneath all this tape, is about 5 ounces of wire, which is enough to do 1 Bedini coil. And over here on this other one, got a couple of little things holding it in. Get those cut. There's another 5 ounces of wire on the coil, which once again would be worth enough for about an 800 turn Bedini wire coil. Put that over in the scrap metal pile. Okay, now we're down to the yoke here. And a lot of yokes work with Phillips screwdrivers. I run into quite a few that need a hex wrench, so I've got a little tiny metric hex wrench here. Don't know what metric size it is. It's just one that came with my drill press in the background there. It's a Harbor Freight 10-inch, and this is stainless steel, by the way. So now these guys here, you just grab it and turn it. Usually it comes off. Sometimes you put tape around it, you have to come off. A lot of these monitors are so old that the tape and adhesives are just so brittle. The plastic is so brittle that wearing gloves I've found to be a real good idea. Now this coil down here is 30 gauge wire, and it's one that I think can be used as a trigger wire in a Bedini coil. These guys here I found if you just get underneath there with a pair of wire cutters or dikes, you release it up pretty good. Comes off pretty well. Whoever made these monitors got real carried away with the glue. I guess they never wanted anything to move, so we're taking them apart and swapping it and salvaging them. This is just a little rubber piece that goes underneath there to hold the yoke where it's supposed to be. This one here wasn't glued at all. And that's done. Oh, not going to turn. Okay, that means we need to do just a little more work over here with this guy here. This little coil that's on the bottom here, I have to clip. Clip this tab, clip this tab, clip that tab off, clip this tab off, and pry from the side here, and that coil falls off. That little coil right there has 31 gauge wire in it. Not sure how long it is, and it's got all this projected white stuff around it, so getting it off is going to be a pain, but if I'm successful in getting off, that can be the sense portion of the coil. And inside here, there are four coils that can be taken out and got to. I've got some of them over here that I've actually pulled out of other monitors. Get them all out, they look like this, and they have a little bit of weight to them, so if you get enough monitors together, you can actually get some salvageable copper. Okay, that monitor now has given me all that I can salvage out of it, so it's time to put its case back in. And I got these monitors because I put a post on a local free cycle, and the guy at the local university surplus office said, hey, come and take all the monitors you want. So I've now pulled the guts out of about 70 monitors, and when I'm done with them, I can't find anybody that will take the plastic in the cases for recycling, and nobody wants the tubes for recycling, so the surplus guy said I could throw what's up in the dumpster. In the background there you can see the other monitors that I've processed today. This is the last monitor of the batch before I take them back and make some more. This is Ogre Owner. That's how to take apart a monitor and salvage stuff. Over and out.